Hey, how's it going? And welcome back to the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. My name is Nat, and I'm back. I'm here for you. I'm here for you as often as I can. The holidays took a little bit out of me, traveling with the family, spending time with the family, so I didn't have time to actually get to the studio because I was nowhere near it. But I'm back to cheer you up and talk about things and make you feel comfortable and happy. Isn't that what it's all about? Just being happy? Don't you want to be happy? I want to be happy. That's what it's all about. All right. Well, you know what makes me happy is people who write me letters and send me text messages and send me messages and emails and all that stuff. And I got a couple of shout outs for you today. Got a couple of great shout outs. We've got Stacy Annette from Australia. Stacy, I'd like to thank you for buying one of the Be Positive t-shirts. You can get your shirt from the BePositivePodcast.com website. But Stacy actually bought one, and I really appreciate it. Thanks a lot. We also have Joshua Martin from Canada, way up there in Canada. How's it going, Joshua? Thanks for listening and writing in. And we've got Mel and Dave Griffiths from Hobart, Tasmania, Australia. Now, that sounds like three different places, is it? I don't know. Tasmania, is that where the Tasmanian devil is? Anyway, Mel and Dave, thanks for listening. I'm glad my podcast is helping you. I appreciate the letter, and it's really great when people are actually being positively affected by what I'm doing, because that's why I do this, just because I love doing it. I love doing it and making you feel good and giving you something to be happy about. Okay, I have my aspirations, and hopefully I'm yours to be happy and to do what you want to do to be happy. So Melissa and Dave, Mel and Dave, you guys sound like a really great couple. She's in Australia. I just sent her an email, and it's late night here in Morgantown, and she's at lunch at work. So it was kind of cool. I had actually asked Siri what time it was in Australia. But anyway, she says in her letter, I want to thank you. Thanks for taking this banner and giving us all such fantastic gift every day. I listen to your messages every single morning, and I often chuckle at some of your delivery because I'm kind of a strange dude, probably. I feel that what you're saying is aimed squarely at me. Well, it is, Melissa. I'm watching you. Anyway, no, this is going to be a fun podcast. I can sense it. I can already sense it. Your messages are so real and spot on that even my husband has started picking up the key phrases. I like it. Like what you think about, you bring about, and think about what you're thinking about. And I'm glad that that's helping you, because you know what? When you catch yourself thinking about something or not thinking at all, you're like, oh man, I should be thinking of something. Now, there's no way you can actually think about what you're thinking about all day long. But as long as you're aware of it, you get better at it, and you start organizing your thoughts and being in control of your life. And that's what this is. That's what this podcast, my whole aim here is to help you be more in control of your life and be happier and do the things that make you happy. Find that thing in life that makes you happy and do that. And hopefully you can get paid for it and make a living at it. But you might have to change your lifestyle and make less to do what you love. I mean, you have to think about it. What's more important, making a lot of money and not being happy, or making enough money and making a little bit of sacrifice and being totally happy? The whole goal in life is to be happy, right? That's my goal. And I think that's the goal for all humankind. I think there's a big change going on right now in humanity, and the world is trying to get more happy. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what's coming out. And they're gearing towards happiness and positivity. We have to. It's been negative too long. It's time to be happy and positive. And hopefully this podcast will help some people. Obviously it has, because I have an announcement to make. The podcast has crossed over 100,000 subscribers. I really appreciate it. Thank you very much. Sorry, not 100. That sounded lame, didn't it? 100,000 subscribers. Thank you. Now that's better. That's more of a ta-da moment. Anyway, let's get to the podcast. What am I going to talk about here? Because I know Stacy and Joshua and Mel and Dave want to know what's going on. So here we go. Today, I'm going to talk about how you can fix your negativity. How can you fix your negativity, right? If you don't know how to fix your negativity, look around you. Just look around you. Find out, look around and see what's making you feel negative. What's making you not happy with your life. What don't you like? What is bringing you down? And if you can't figure it out because you're blinded by whatever it is, sit there and think about what makes you happy? And are you doing that? And if you're doing that, you're in a good place. And then when you think about what's making you negative, where's the negative? You can always say, I don't like this, or what makes you feel uncomfortable. That's the negative. Find out what it is. Maybe it's the person you're spending your most time with. If you spend a lot of time with a negative person, they will bring you down. So maybe spend less time with them. I don't care if it's your mother, your father, your boss, your friend, your wife, your spouse. It doesn't matter. Whoever it is, find out who's making you feel negative and bringing you down and not supporting your positivity, and spend less time with that person. I'm not saying alienate them, but don't give them as much of your time. Your time is valuable in life, and your positivity is valuable. And if you start wasting it around negative people, it's going to get sucked out of you. I've said it before. Don't do that. Spend less time with negative people. Just do that. That'll help your life immensely. And then think about your thoughts and think about the positive thoughts. And I was on Facebook today, and somebody commented about, I said that I'm happy and positive and all the stuff I always talk about. And they're like, well, I can't be happy and positive all the time. I'm a pessimist. I was raised as a pessimist, and you just can't be happy. And I have to say that you have to choose to be happy. You have to choose to find the good. There's people out there that will find negative in everything. They'll find the bad in the good. They'll bring up something that could happen that could be bad and make you think about the dark side, the negative side of what could happen in a situation or whatever. But when you start thinking, you have two ways to think of something. You can think of the positive of the good stuff that can come out of it, or you can think of the negative and the bad stuff. And the negative comes from fear. It comes from being afraid and uncertain and not confident and no self-esteem and all that stuff. That negativity comes from all those places. And in order for you to feel positive, you have to love yourself. You have to be happy with yourself. You have to be content with yourself. You have to accept the decisions, good and bad, that you've made in your life. Accept them, own them, and move on. Failure is fine. Failure is fine. If you fail at something, that's fine. Now you know you can't do that. Move on to something else. But keep trying and keep putting stuff out there to find that ultimate happiness, to find what makes you feel good. Isn't that the main reason for being in this meat suit, as I call it, is to learn how to feel good, how to love, how to give back, and do you know how good I feel when I do something for somebody, or I put a smile on somebody's face, or I read some of these emails that I get from people of how the podcast has helped them and how I've given them guidance. And, I'm no professor, I'm no doctor, I'm a human being just like you, but I have an enormous amount of objective perspective. Hey, that wasn't bad. Objective perspective. I should write that down. That's pretty good. And I'm very optimistic. I am very happy because I choose to be happy. I let the happiness in. I don't let negativity bother me. And when it's around me, I don't let it affect me. I'm like that crazy person. La, 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 la. I'm not going to listen. And I have no time for that. And as soon as you get into a point in your life where you're happy, confident, and not narcissistic, not egomaniac, not egotistical, because that ego is based off of fear and insecurity also. But confidence is based on your soul and feeling confident. It's hard to explain. And I didn't do a very good job there. But anyway, being confident, being confident is everything, and being positive and believing in yourself. And once you do that, you can do anything. As long as you believe it and you think it and you constantly have the thoughts in your mind, you'll magnetize the universe and bring what your thoughts to you. It happens all the time. It's happening to me. It can happen to you. If you really believe it and you keep it in your mind, whatever you keep in your mind, whatever you think about, you bring about. So if you wake up in the morning, you stub your toe, you say it's going to be a crappy day, your whole day goes crappy. And you say, see, I knew it was going to be crappy because I stubbed my toe. That's not why it was crappy. It was crappy because all you could think about is how crappy your day was going to be. And guess what? It came true. There's the proof that what you think about, you bring about. And it works the same way for positive. If you wake up and go, it's going to be a great day. I'm happy to be alive. Oh, everybody around me is just good people and I'm just going to be happy. And you can do that as long as you think it and you live it and you make it your life. Okay? Do that for me, people. Be happy. Be positive. Wake up on a positive note. Start your day. Now, you've listened to this. Now take this and make the rest of your day positive and happy and motivate yourself, because no one else is going to do that. And the reason to motivate yourself is to be happy. Don't you want to be happy? I want to be happy. I am happy, and you're happy too. Ready? Happy. All right, thanks for listening to this episode of the Be Positive, Stay Positive podcast. Please go to bepositivepodcast.com and /your story and tell me what's going on in your life. If you like the show, if there's something I could talk about, let me know. I will give you a shout out on the show here, and say it with me. I think we could all do a little bit better. I'll talk to you later.